All right. So it's so windy out. You can see the pollen off the trees and everything blowing around. So what happened out there in Hollywood? Who knows? A studio fire, and that stinks because there was a lot of equipment and soundboards and motherboards and everything out there. But they did find a cannabis growing operation on the second floor of the music studio. They don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but that's interesting. I hope everybody's okay out there, but that looked pretty bad, and that stinks because hopefully they had insurance because that's a lot of money, all that equipment. I'm almost out of French vanilla creamer, so I'm gonna have to get some of that. Maybe I'll do that before the storm comes. It's getting cloudy out. I'll tell you that much. Wind. It's pretty dang windy out. Yeah, it's starting to darken up. Um, Maybe we can. Hopefully, we get a good storm. I can get some good lightning footage of lightning and. But yeah, hopefully everybody's okay out there in Hollywood, and hopefully they get to the bottom of it. Like I said, it always stinks when a studio something happens to a studio because it's hard to come by motherboards and mixing boards and stuff for studios. Very expensive. Uh, old amps and microphones, everything probably lost. Hopefully they can go through it and maybe repair some of the stuff. You know, hopefully. But I'm sure the fire chiefs and everything will inspect it and find out what the problem was. And they did say the studio was built back in the 20s, so it wasn't obligated to have fire inspections or whatever. Maybe that was what it was. I don't know. It looks like we got that storm definitely starting to move in now. I can tell you this much: this country is now cursed. And yes, they're looking for the witches. It's a witch hunt. Might as well start out west there. What's going on with Arizona? People are saying it's a zoo out there, out in Arizona. People are leaving or whatever, Arizona. Well, I don't know. Could be the witches in Arizona. Who knows? All right, folks, I'm going to get ready for this bad weather today, or tonight, I think it's supposed to be here. Everyone be safe. And remember, keep going. You YouTubers out there, keep going. You're going to have people blackball you. You're going to have people try and block your channel, suppress them. You're going to have people hacking your channel and stealing your views. and your subs, you're going to have all kinds of people doing bad things. Just remember, hang in there, keep making content. Even if you're doing a live and nobody is watching, keep doing your live. Concentrate on your material you have, and concentrate on making the video, even though you don't have an audience. Let me tell you something, folks. Half of the things today that are made on TV and all that, don't have an audience. Uh, you know, applause and everything are put into it. So, keep going on. You're going to have people attacking your channel. You're going to have people cloning your channel. I'm here to tell you, I know what I'm talking about. It's crazy. And do I think somebody's going to get hurt on YouTube? Yes, probably. Should YouTube be cracking down on things and on some of these uh, channels that are, mixed up into things and everything? I would imagine so before someone gets hurt. All the lies that were put out and everything on the crime cases and altered photos and videos and everything. It's unreal. But I'll be back. You folks be safe. And once again, my condolences to anybody, if there was anybody that got hurt. Excuse me. Out there in that studio out in Hollywood. I'm telling you, it always stinks when something bad happens to a studio, because there's gear that you can't get no more. There's mixing desk and everything that you can't. Old microphones and amps and stuff. You can't get that stuff anymore. So it always sucks when something bad happens like that. And hopefully it had, boy, ain't it a coincidence, the fire chief saying, well, guess what? We stumbled onto a marijuana growing operation underneath the studio. They did say they don't know if that had anything to do with the studio or anything like that, but I don't know. A lot of good equipment probably lost. Like I said, hopefully they can recover it, and maybe some of it's savable, although you're going to have to take it apart and clean every single piece of it, every board, every transistor, every capacitor, you're going to have to clean it all. If there's anything left to be saved, if there's anything left to be saved. You just can't get equipment like that anymore. It's sad. But all right, I'll be back, folks. And be safe. And don't believe everything you hear on YouTube. And be safe. YouTube is a very violent place now. And people are starting to wake up and see that. And if you're doing movie skits, say it's a movie skit. If you're being serious when you're talking about topics or whatever, then say you're being serious. If it's comedy, then say it's comedy. If it's, some of these YouTubers probably got themselves in a ringer. I don't know. Oh, someone did die in the studio fire. Well, my condolences to their family. Jeez. Yeah, hopefully that's all that passed away in the fire. All right, folks, be safe. Pollen is very bad today. You can see it blowing off of the trees. And so if you have sinus problems or allergies or anything, today's probably a bad day. Ozzy Osbourne, Ozzy's daughter was there. Oh, really? Hmm. Well, I didn't see. I just seen that there was a studio in Hollywood that burnt down, and they found a cannabis thing on the second floor of it, or whatever. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. Well, like I said, I hope there's something. I hope there's some equipment that they can replace. Once again, my condolences to the family members that passed away in that. That whole area is probably getting stoned if it was a cannabis thing underneath it. Why would they even have a studio? I don't know. I don't know. But hopefully they can save some of the equipment. They'll have to, after they put everything out, they'll have to rummage through everything. Maybe there's some mics they can save. Maybe there's some boards or amps, or maybe there's something they could save. I don't know. Just keeps getting worse each day on YouTube and in our country. I don't know. You folks have a good day. I'll be back here in a little while, and the storm is a coming. Now, you folks have a good day. Be safe. Keep an eye on the weather.